Hey everyone. I don't have a ton of time today, so I'm not gonna do a super lengthy introduction, but we'll just jump right into it. Legendary Dimensions, is that? Yeah, 3 saves, that's gotta be right. Active save, manual save. Oh god, which, I don't know what's later in the year, the 6th of Sandstone or the 28th of Timber. Well, this one's late autumn, so that has to be the one where I wrapped up. Yeah, I've got like an hour and a half to stream, so normally I like to let it sit a bit longer, let some people filter in. Um, but I also didn't tweet about it. I guess I should do that real quick before we begin. So, I'm going to tweet short Dwarf Fortress stream. Okay. I had a picture for this. Stream pics. Oh, here we go. Okay. That is taken care of. Put the chat up. Got my rewards up, so if anyone else needs to claim a dwarf, we can do that. And stream looks good. Okay, cool. I think we're all set. Let's see, we still actually have 1, 2, 3 spots not taken by dwarves. Let's do an assessment. So we have close to 100 food and only 4 drink. Which is not great. Zoom out a little bit. But we do have brew drink from plant set to repeat. And it's assigned and active. That's all we can ask for. Let's also queue up. If we don't already. Let's see, we have a bunch of tables, so let's just queue up some thrones. Throne. Oh, okay. That's not what I wanted. Throne. I want to try to experiment with this manager thing that someone was talking about last stream, because apparently that's like the new way to really efficiently have tasks queued up and not have to constantly do it manually. Wonder if I have any thrones already made. Because if I do, I can make that office right now. So, furniture, chair. Here? Nope, I don't have a throne. Okay, so let's unpause. They will do that. I'm also at the very... Oh, cool. Saving game. Oh, it's winter. Oh, boy. At the very end of the last stream, we uncovered a bunch of metal. So I think a good goal for this stream would be to actually get a bunch of weapons and stuff and maybe like a training grounds produced. Get our military settled so that we don't get attacked by giant bugs and slaughtered again. Starship Troopers style. Magnetite. So this is an ore of iron. So which we actually already have set to be mined out. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, a lot of plant gatherers right now. Here, the miners will make it so that they're just gonna mine. Baby Dwarf is here again. That's right. You get a second lease at life. We're going to also make this like a cube, because a vein of ore isn't necessarily on this one Z layer, right? So what we want to do is kind of mine out a cube of all this. So floor above and below, I'm just gonna mine out this whole cube. Boom. And I'm gonna fix my stairs here. Here we go. So now they're going to mine out all the ore that they can find in this spot here. We're mostly looking at... what is it? Did he just haul away the ore? He might have taken the ore away. Oh no, I hope he's not using it to make those thrones. That would be disastrous. Diorite. Pyrolusite. Let's go back up. Uh-oh. What? Okay, Ash has been found dead. When did that happen? Okay, sure. Struck pyrite. Winter's upon you. Animal is grown to become a stray turkey gobbler. Sounds delicious. Uh-oh. The Dr. Asob Sanrem Bomrick is fighting. Stoneworker is fighting. Were they fighting each other? No, it was a giant hamster. The giant hamster just killed Ash. Let's see, a giant hamster latches on firmly. Oh my god. The agitated giant hamster shakes the stoneworker around by the lower left arm, tearing apart the lower left arm's muscle and bruising the bone, and tearing apart the left shoulder muscle and bruising the bone. Oh my god. The agitated giant hamster bites the stoneworker in the head, tearing apart the muscle. An artery has been opened by the attack. The force pulls the neck, tearing apart the tack. Ash 5520 has been found dead. So Ash was just mauled by a giant hamster. Is there a way without setting squads to... Oh, no, I gotta pause. I have to pause this because that hamster is gonna run amok. It's this one right here. Divine Price is their name. Terrified while in conflict, is afraid after experiencing trauma. They're healthy though. They didn't do any damage, these dwarves. Can I set this thing just to be killed flat out, or do I need to make a squad? Oh look, it has a whole bunch of it just splattered with the dwarf's blood. All over, pretty much. All over their body. No health problems, no wounds. That sucks. Because it means that Ash didn't even wound this hamster. Others. Here we go. Giant hamster. Agitated giant hamster. I think I have to make a squad. I don't think I have a choice. Work orders, objects, justice, tasks, creatures, pets, livestock, other dead and missing. Oh, and there's a missing doctor too. Well, that's not great. We lost 2 people then. Possibly do this giant hamster. Yep. Yeah. Also one for the throat. The giant hamsters killed 2 people. Okay. Probably going for more, too. All these dwarves are around. Let me, here. Guard cages, chains. Nope. Hey there, Drawn. So good to see ya. Zones establish meetings. Burrows establish work and larger forces. No. Stocks, no. Justice, objects, nobles, and administrators. I think if I... Here we go. Militia commanders are assigned here. Once the first leader is assigned, subsequent captain positions will appear. Well... I don't even know if... I don't think I have any weapons. You're bleeding giant hamster. It's not my blood. Great. Alright, final... Well, I don't want to... I guess they can... The miners can technically attack with their mining picks. I could send Rayleigh as the commander. I don't know who has combat. None of them have relevant combat skills, so it doesn't matter. I want to send my miners. I'm just going to send the armorer, which is Ray. Militia commander. Manager, chief bookkeeper, messenger. I'm sending you off to have fun with a giant hamster. If I can figure out how to do it, even I might not be able to. I know that there's a squad menu. I even accessed it a couple times by accident when like pressing random buttons. And now I can't seem to pull it up again. Let's see, if I unpause for a moment, it should say that Ray was promoted. Here, let's dismiss all these messages. Bottom right icon or Q. Oh, way down there. Here we go, squads. Your squad fill their positions, assign equipment schedules, give specific orders. No idea what's... Yeah, I should have done that way earlier. You know what? I vaguely think in the last couple times I played Dwarf Fortress, like 5 or 6 years ago, I think I embarked and just made a squad right out of the gate. Like I just had even just like a 1-person squad out of my initial 7 dwarves, just in case this happened. So we'll create a new squad. There you go. Squad leader sheet. The crowded portals is the name. This check mark. Let's see, assign a kill order. The soldiers will attempt to kill. Can I put more people? Yeah, I need to put more people in this squad. So we're going to put... no one has relevant skills, so it doesn't matter. They're just going to try to wrestle this giant hamster to death. Anakin. Here, I actually have dice for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we have 14. I'm not going to send the child, so that brings it to 13. So we'll roll a d12. To see who else gets to die to this giant hamster. It is dwarf number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Snowmancer is getting put on the roster. And then last but not least, number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mythos. Alright. The crowded portals. The first military squad of this fort. No equipment, no relevant skills. We're going to send a kill order. On this giant hamster. It looks like Miss Cooter's already fighting the giant hamster, but we're going to do a kill order. Right there. Confirm. No equipment. Just going to go for it. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Unpause. There they go. They're swarming. Oh, dead. Just like that. Crisis averted. The militia commander Rayleigh is fighting. The herbalist Dodok Zanshaduk is fighting. The llama child somehow got involved too, which is pretty hilarious. Oh no, that's the other thing. This llama and this buck rabbit have been fighting like crazy. Off in the corner of the map. Let's see. The militia commander punches the agitated giant hamster in the head with her left hand, bruising the muscle. The force twists the neck. And punched with her other hand, bends the neck. Just fucking beat the shit out of this giant hamster's head. Oh, is it still alive? This was when Ray attacked. It might still be alive. Hang on. No, it's dead. It didn't say it's dead. It didn't say it died in the battle, but we Our squad has its first kill. Uh-oh. There's the other doctor just got found. Great. Okay. Oh, in the frozen river. That's so sad. All right. Well, let's queue up. Let's get our catacombs built. So I started to do this way off to the south. Catacombs. Here. Because it needs to have its own room, right? So what we can do is have one for the door, tombstone, gravestone, right? I think that's how it works. I'm not sure if you actually need to bury the coffin, but that might be a thing too. It was one too many. Can the giant hamster be skinned and worn like a hamster-headed cape? Maybe. I could try to see if there's like a special butcher thing. Okay. All right, so we'll dig that out, go down a floor, and we're going to assign some coffins. Gonna make 2 rock coffins. Rock coffin! And then 2 slabs. Ugh. You know, it's funny how much harder it is to type when my giant condenser mic is floating between me and the keyboard with like a wire hanging down. Slab. So 2 slabs, and then we will engrave said slabs. Engrave memorial slab. Wait, did 3 people die? No. Nabasteshkad, that's the giant hamster. I don't know why I would grave a memorial slab for the hamster we just killed, but that's okay. Grave memorial. There we go. All right, let's see if we can melt. I have a feeling that those metal things I just tried to mine out in the depths of the earth. Uh-oh. So this rabbit child and this llama child have been fighting like every once a week or so and clogging up my alerts, so I'm gonna set a kill order on them as well. I'm just bloodthirsty today. I mean, I kind of want to let them have it out too. Hungry, unconscious, exhausted, pale, injured. Sooner or later, either this baby llama or this buck rabbit are gonna die, one of them. I guess I should just let them have it out. Okay. Zoom out a little bit more. I'll try to use the mouse drag more often because that way it's a lot easier to track on the stream, even if it's less efficient, right? Okay. Let's unpause. We're up to 300 food, though. Maybe because we just killed that goddamn giant hamster. We're going to feast on its corpse. Why is this dwarf so upset? Oh, never mind. Everyone's generally pretty happy. Okay. So, go down. Let's see. The coffins are being constructed now. I can also put my chair and a table. Make an office. Tables. More tables. Oh, is there more fighting? Oh, someone became an herbalist. Interrupted by that buck rabbit. Alright, I'm gonna kill this buck rabbit. Too much of a nuisance. You're very lucky, llama. Oh, the llama died. Stray baby llama corpse. It actually passed this time. Hmm. Can I, like, reclaim it? Is there a quick way? Dump status, visibility. I have no drink at all. Man, before the game crashed, before we had plenty of drink. Okay. So, yeah, this keeps... Ooh, I can do it from fruit, too. Extract from plants. I don't know what that does exactly. Ooh, click set this task as highest priority among all tasks everywhere. You know what? I'll do that. We need drinks. Very desperately need drink. Can I butcher? Wonder if I hit butcher an animal, if it will do that with the llama. Isn't there a way to, like, reclaim the llama as my own? Still gathering lots of plants. Uh-oh. Dwarves are getting very unhappy. The giant hamster. That's what I meant. I want to butcher the giant hamster. Ideally. Units. Pets, livestock, dead, missing. Nabiteshkad, agitated giant hamster, deceased. I can't even zoom on it anymore. I used to be able to do that. Yeah, there's no button for it. Close the squad. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. Okay. I'd like to butcher the giant hamster and serve it to the squad that slaughtered that took it down. All right. At this point we should be able to make those graves. Let's do a save. We had a really bad crash yesterday. For those that weren't here for it. We lost a lot of progress. No snow yet, even though it's early winter. Just gathering as many plants as I can before then. There's even a magpie here. Make a quick meal in a pinch. I guess I should make a plants stockpile below ground. I don't know why this barely has anything in it. Just north of my pens. That's right. It's right here. I don't know how to reclaim it, though. Follow forbidden status will not use forbidden. Dump status. Items are dumped. I guess because it's a corpse, they won't butcher it, which doesn't really make sense, but... let's see what we found here. Diorite, microcline, magnetite. See, this is what we need, is the magnetite. Oh, they went down but not up. I guess they can't really mine up, can they? Did they find more? Ooh, ore of silver, ore of copper. I should just keep mining downward there. Stairs. Okay. Alright, let's do our catacombs now before we forget. Okay, he's already mining it out. Well, if that's the case, couldn't we make... I'm so confused why I can't smelt what I need to smelt. Is it because I haven't made coke? Oh. The unpause. Coke from lignite. So they're doing that. Make billion bars. I want to make iron. How come I can't make iron? Make instrument, make weapons, iron, battle axe. There it goes. It got canceled. Struck gypsum. Gypsum, that's good for casts. Butcherable, unrotten material. Goddamn this buck rabbit, and I'm killing this buck rabbit. I know I said that like 3 times, but if I can find the damn thing. I don't know where this buck rabbit is. Maybe I can capture it. Isn't there a thing where you can like assign them to a cage and they'll try to capture the animal and put them in the cage or something? Corpses killed through military combat can't be butchered. You have to have a hunter roll do it. Fuck. Yeah, the thing I don't understand about drinks is I should have plenty of plants because I've been gathering the fuck out of plants on the surface. I can gather more, I guess. They should have been being brought to this stockpile, which looks suspiciously empty. Meat barrel, spice barrel. So I don't know what they've been doing with all these plants I've been gathering. It wasn't a problem until now. It does say 400 plants, so it's not that I don't have plants. You have to smelt from the ore. Right. But I just... what did I just find? I just found some iron ore. Over here, it says ore of iron. Oh my god, another missing dwarf. What happened? Missing for a week. Fuck. Guess I need a 3rd gravestone. Well, there is no error message on drinks. It just gets, well, I mean, it has to have a message when it gets canceled. So when it gets canceled, well, right now it just says requires, oh, foods. I haven't made barrels. I'm an idiot. Just make a fuckload of barrels. That's the problem. To solve this drink problem, we just didn't have anything to put the drinks in. We're gonna make a new slab, a new coffin, just in case that body turns up, and then we'll engrave it with the person who's been missing for a week, who I think is Moldath. Okay, so. Oh, was there an error message here when I tried to make this? The dog and the buck rabbit. The stupid goddamn buck rabbit. Oh, you know why it wasn't zooming right? Because this is down here. Did the buck rabbit finally die? Did the stray dog kill it? Stray dog breaks the grip of the agitated buck rabbit's teeth on the stray dog's front rim paw. You have an idea on where my missing dwarves are? Uh-oh. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I want to know. Oh, there it is. Okay, that buck rabbit finally died. The dog took it down. Now I can stop littering my alerts. No water source on give water. Oh god, no water source. This is horrible. Stray Paka has been missing for a week. Needs 1 iron bars. I don't have zones for it. I usually just set it manually. Like I'll use this gather plants thing. Oh, this frozen river. Really unfortunate. I can't wait for it to melt again, because when it does, my this aquifer thing that I built should fill up with water. And I should have some access. Yeah. They might have drowned. Who can say? Maybe the giant hamster got to them somewhere where I haven't seen yet. Crow remains, grackle remains, magpie remains, all these dead birds everywhere. Why? There's still more I can gather if I really want to. Okay, see, now I'm getting more barrels. So, we should be able to go down to our still empty food storage item. Do barrels not count for that? Maybe I just haven't made enough yet. Okay, well, this is ready. Oh, you know what? Well, I should have plenty of doors, I think. Yeah. No, I only have 2 doors. What the fuck? I wonder now, too, if I can designate this room. So, zones. This is going to be an office. Office created. And now, nobles administrators. We are going to have a manager. Matt 10 will be a manager. So this should become Matten's office. Needs a meager study. Oh, office is not a study. Crap. This is we need a study. There is no option for a study. Make some doors. Because I'm so confused. Needs a meager study. No dining room, no tomb. Meager quarters. I'm about to make a dining room. Needs a meager study. How do I make a study? I'm so confused because I should... There's no option here to designate this room as a study. There's an office. An office or study is required for certain official tasks. So I guess this is the same thing. If I make this an office, because it says an office or study. Office created. I don't know. I'm going to Google it. One sec. So, Dwarf Fortress study. How to make a study. A chair or a throne. Technically, they only need a chair. They didn't even need the table. Once the chair's in position, select zone and select office. Fans should then click on the chair twice in order to turn its tile green and then click accept to create the office zone. As soon as the office is confirmed, the zone menu should reappear. Players should make sure they have the office zone selected. Okay, so office and study is the same thing. It's not clear about that, but that is the case. So can I assign this to the manager? There you go, Matten. You have an office now. Ta-da! So now how do I make the managers work to do that stuff? Work orders. So work orders, automate tasks and workshops. Labor, places, tasks, nobles, administrators. All of your production if you wish. Workers, work orders. Work orders can be added specifically for the shop. This is just the same way of doing what I've been doing, right? Like if I do that. Oh, but you can make 10 out of 10 now. Well, that's cool. I guess it's because now that I have a manager, I can do these en masse, whereas I wasn't able to before. So I can, like, for example, make 10 doors and... cabinets. A new task. No, it should be work orders. Barrels. Can I just make this higher? Add a condition to the work order that checks the amount of some item. Oh my god, this is wild. Okay. So, if the amount of empty barrels is less than 10... then it will make restarts if completed conditions checked daily. So if the amount of empty barrels is less than 10, it will just make 10 more barrels, right? If I'm reading this right. Number of times the task will be performed. Well, that's cool. So this is done then. Like, it will always make more barrels if I have less than 10 empty barrels. If I'm understanding that right. So that way we can just always guaranteed to have no shortage of barrels. Speaking of which, now that barrels are being made... brew drink from plant on repeat. Let's get our drinks back up. Build, let's finish our catacombs here. Burial. Coffin. Coffin. And then slabs. Slab. Slab. That's cool. That does make things way easier. Just simply having a manager. Now I can, like, set a logic and then just forget about it. So my next question for you is, what do I need to do to smelt this, or to make iron ore? I thought it was at a smelter. Ooh, wait, hang on. Smelt magnetite ore. Oh, because I found magnetite, right? So if I do smelt magnetite ore, it will make iron ore, I think. So magnetite is these. So maybe it's like I should set a logic of, like, as long as more than one magnetite is available on map, then I should smelt it. Something like that. So now I'm smelting. We'll just repeat that until we're out. Beautiful. And we have drink again. Let's go. Okay, let's go back to our dining hall. Build. Or what will be our dining hall. And furniture, tables. It's gonna be ugly because we're gonna mix and match rock types, but I don't really care. Dining hall. Okay. Oh, that's fine. And chairs. Okay. Shirt chairs. So I guess we should, and I guess we should also make like a furniture stockpile. Which I will just put all my finished goods. A huge finished goods stockpile right here. I guess I should have done it a level below. But that's okay, whatever. Let's see, did they finish with this? Found orthoclase. And some tetrahedrite. We can make silver. 20%. Does that mean it's a 20% chance it's silver ore instead of copper ore when I smelt it? Alright, let's get some gosh dang weapons for our gosh dang military, our budding military that we just made. Because now I have iron bars. Very good. And we'll make a stockpile for military goods specifically. Right over here. Alright, so now theoretically, we can make iron weapons. Let's do some iron, couple iron spears. Some iron armor. Doe hares fighting. Giant flies! Uh-oh. Shit, where is it? We've ran into these before. They're very bad. Hey there, Arisa. I've been pretty well. Oh, speaking of which, it's probably very dark. I keep streaming like right as the sun starts going down because the sun goes down at 4 p.m. in Boston. And then it's like super dark before I know it. Is there a way to view old messages? Make wooden barrel 10 has been completed. Cool. So it'll check that daily, and if I ever get less than 10... Where are you going, Harvey? If I ever get less than 10 wooden barrels, it'll just make the new order automatically. That is extremely convenient. It's good having a manager. Ooh, is snow beginning? I guess it's starting to snow. I don't know where these giant flies went, which worries me. I've struck platinum. Hell yeah. Oh, here we go. Giant fly. Oh, there's Quackers. Quackers is upset. There's a turkey. I don't see these giant flies, though. They're supposedly around here. Dog. Revosi interrupted by giant fly. Is there just a quick way I can find these flies? Dead missing. Others. Here we go. Agitated giant fly. There's a lot of them. There they are. All right, squad. Kill these flies. Dead. Can I get more than one target, please? There we go. No? One target. Oh, I see. Confirm. Okay, any more flies around? So we have those 3 flies. There still should be more. This is the only one with a name, which is funny. Okay, there's one. Kill this one too. Oh, but now it's only one target. I guess I could just set the entire map. Oh, but then they're just going to kill every animal on the map indiscriminately, which I don't want. Harvey! Hey, bud. I'm sorry you're bored. Kill giant flies. Routine off duty. Oh, patrol orders. I forgot about all that. So if this just says kill giant flies, does that mean they're just going to go around the map killing all the giant flies they can find? Alright, well, I definitely need to kill... Target by one squad. Go. Kill. Damn it. Someone found dead dehydrated. No. Oh, man. This is going so poorly. I even have drink now, though. And a weaver was found dead. All right, where's my damn military? Oh, God. The wrestler found dead. My expedition leader is dead. This is horrible. I'm never embarking without weapons ever again. Did they fly away? Damn it, I think they flew away. Oh, here we go. Yeah, killed one of them. Just as I struck platinum, too. Platinum is a tough material. Oh, man. Well, are you okay, bro? Seriously injured! No! Ability of stand loss, ability of grasp loss, motor nerve damage, sensory nerve damage. Oh, come on. Yeah, I have a feeling this fort is, I have a feeling we should restart. Do a new fort. It was going well until everyone died. That's what I got for choosing natural savagery high, though. So, man. Okay. I think we should abandon this one. It's been really fun. But we should re-embark somewhere new. With the knowledge we have gained from this very failed attempt at a fort. Well, there's still people are alive. There's still some happy people. At least one very angry dwarf. The wrestler. Oh, the one that's crippled out in the field. Attend meeting. Oh, wonder what this meeting's about. Wonder if they're searching for their comrade. Oh, they are. They went straight to him. Oh no, the giant fly. Kill him. Kill the giant fly. No! The second expedition leader is dead. I think Ray killed the giant fly there, though. Oh. Hungry, thirsty, seriously injured. Expert surgeon. His entire map was full of aquifers. Oh no. Everyone's dying. I'm down to 10 dwarves. I had 16 at the beginning of the stream. Well, I think this is it. It was a fun run. Very fun run. Giant flies eventually claimed us. Lessons learned for the next fort. To try to... let's start somewhere a bit more forgiving. Somewhere more temperate. Where we at least have water for half the year rather than like 1/8 of the year. Right out of the gate, I should try to start with a weapon and like one military person so I can have them have that person. Oh, it's early spring. We survived the winter. It actually didn't snow much this winter. Interesting. I should build an office and set a manager and set those work orders like almost immediately because that would save all the micromanaging. So, there's still at least 2 very happy dwarves. So that's a win. The 2 miners, of course, just been digging away underground, just oblivious to everything that's been happening on the surface. Still snowing. It almost snows more in early spring than it did all winter. I like you can really visualize the 3D very well. this build. I kind of liked the layout of the map here, at least. And I liked this cool ice waterfall lake that we created. That was neat. You can actually see the whole shape and path of the river that formed from the waterfall. Cool. All right. Let's, how about this? Because we don't have a lot of time left in the stream. Maybe 30 minutes or so. Let's abandon the fortress to ruin. Rip. Save to this timeline. Recommended. Sure. We're gonna, should we generate a new world? I think I want to do a large world, so it's not just, or a normal size world, so it's not just a continent now. So let's create a new world. We'll do medium. We could even do large. I don't see too much of a point, but we could just do defaults, I guess. I still like the idea of natural savagery high. Last time we did number of beasts high, natural savagery high. And that was fun. Maybe I'll just do savagery high, beasts medium. Yeah, rest in peace, quackers. Maybe in the next life, you'll have a new pet. Yeah, hey, buddy. Boy. Trying to get Harvey come over here so I can show him on camera. Here, bud. Come up. Harvey, you want to come up? Nope. Alright, let's create a world. So I think what we'll do for the rest of the stream, and I don't know if you're still here, Zizio, but I could use your help here too. The help of any veteran of this game. I think we'll do a custom embark. Is there a way to do the quick embark, but to customize that default? In year 1, the three-eyed monster Kaz had nasty sneers. Oh, I didn't even get to finish reading it. Now this is a world. The League of Lions. Of the Realm of Water founded walled sandals. But I'll probably, I think we'll spend the rest of the stream just getting this embark ready for the next generation, and then we'll do the next stream starting anew. So let's see what we have here. Can I read all these events? Can I please? It sucks that you can't scroll this up, right? And just read all of that. The Goblin Gozer youth horrors of the Tepid Curse created the position of Royal Chamberlain as a matter of course. Let's see, temperature is temperate. Last time I think we started in cold temperatures. Ooh, we could do a swamp. Freshwater swamp. That's actually not bad because then we are guaranteed to have water. Shallow clay, shallow sand, deep soil, light aquifer, iron, gold, silver, copper, zinc, platinum, tin lead, thick vegetation, heavily forested, wilderness surroundings. There's even a mountain. Dark dwarven pits, Ulzalak, glazed sins. You could try a swamp. Damn it, I think Zizio left. Yeah, this is the moment I could use a veteran. Ugh. Fortress. My cat is so bored. Quick and short tutorial? Sure. Oh, is this the actual tutorial? Oh, wow. Okay, it's like going straight into a game. I don't really want to... Okay. I didn't get to choose a place. I didn't get to do anything. It's not what I wanted. Okay, so this is really just tutorial. See, last time I selected to play the tutorial and it didn't do it. Like, it didn't do any of this. See, control mouse wheel. Zoom in and out. Yep. Mining. Stairways. Unpause. Finish mining. We could just blow through the tutorial for fun. Maybe we'll learn something. I don't really want to do all this. Who do we start with, by the way? Dig a rectangle underground big enough for a large stockpile and some workshops. Consider most workshops are 3x3 squares. Mine through the stone layers further may take longer, but leaves boulders. Later you can consider making a meeting area. Alright, why not? We'll make some... Oop. Yeah, we'll just do the tutorial. See if we learn anything new. And some 3x3 rooms. That's what it said. Oh, those are connected. I don't like that. There you go. Completed the rooms, I guess. Stockpile. Let's see. Place an all stockpile. Just gonna speed run the tutorial. Okay. First, you need building materials like wood or boulders. Wood stockpile. Alright. Fell some trees. I just wanted to see if there were any basic, any like basic things that were gonna be in this tutorial that, whoa, just jumped down like a mile for some reason. Surface? There we go. I like this little forested area down here. It's kind of cool. Actually, this whole area is extremely forested. It just doesn't look like it on this Z layer. Sucks I can't move this window. Chop down the tree, please. Can't even open this thing. There we go. Alright, workshops. Build. Carpenter's workshop. Goes. It's nice that the game has a tutorial at least. Alright, we will make a bed. Place the bed. So, build, furniture, bed. Boop. Needs a bed. I made it. It said I had one. Harvey, I hear you, bud. Okay. What was I doing? I don't know why it's not letting me place this bed. Build. Furniture, bed, bed, bed. Done. Here, bud. Cool. Bed place. Later you can build a door in a zone. Rest of the interface is now enabled. You can click on creatures and items. Click on buildings to get more information. Click on a resident to see your needs, inventory, thoughts, relations, and more. Gun a citizen or creature. Hey there, cat. Hey there, horse. Check out the information. Right-click to dismiss their sheet. Alerts. Dismiss the large red alert. This is an example. Urgent alert. These are very important. Ignore them at your peril. Last but not least, you may need supplies to trade with the Autumn Caravan. You must build a trade depot. So that's kind of interesting. They, like, in the tutorial, that just teaches you how to, like, dig out rooms and build beds as a basic starting thing. It also does go over trade depot. So I have a feeling that should have been one of the first things I did, if that's what the expectation is. You may need something of value to trade. Crafts are an easy way to make a lot of trade goods quickly. Make the appropriate workshop with workshops crafts. Obvious material you use crafts is rock. If you dig down enough layers in your infinite amount of boulders, various kinds of rough gems. Gems can be cut. You can crust them on crafts to make them more valuable. There's a lot to learn. And a help button. Oh. Damn, okay. And remember, losing is fun. Dwarves will starve unless you read the first few guides here. Okay, so then there's like a whole guide. You could just follow this step by step, I'm sure, and like have a pretty good fort if you like paused liberally and did everything by the books. Ground for your farm plot. The ceiling above intact so underground soil doesn't receive any sunlight. Don't you need water to do that though? I guess not. Man, I thought you used to have to prepare the farm plot with a little bit of water. Pelmets are edible. The default wagon comes with spawn. These are seeds. Oh, here we go. Potash is fertilizer of choice and can be created in the ashery using ash from wood burned in a wood furnace. Water storage zone and a bucket are also required. And a bucket. Fertilizer is not needed to farm. There's pronounced deep underground where you can locate the cavern biome and its rich soil. So what I would do would be like, I guess, for example, this little freshwater pond, I'd hit Z, which is currently disabled. Is it? I guess zones are disabled for some reason. Oh, you know what? It's because I had caps lock on. Okay. So, for example, I select this as a water source. And now this is like... Okay. Interesting. So I can, like, designate specific water sources. I assume if they don't have a water source, though, they would find one. Like, you can still view the number, depth of water. Nice detail. It was much deeper than I thought it was. Okay, anyway. Abandon. Save world. Sure, save this timeline. We're going to keep that world, but we are going to embark in our own place. I mean, that seemed like a fine embarkment spot. Because it was like the tutorial one, right? But let's see if we can at least get our next, the next gang ready before I end the stream. And the next stream of this, we can actually start anew. Start new game in existing world. Region 3, this is the one. The music is so good. Well, I can also say I've done the tutorial, which is nice. Alright, skip tutorial. I thought the tutorial was gonna show me how to like pick a good location too, but I guess not. So I still like going slightly to the north, so we get a large variety of weather. Or we could do a desert island, a literal desert island. A kobold town. Interesting. I like how this looks here. That's what I was looking at earlier, this whole area, because we have some mountains, some river. We have a stream called Dim Beach the Incinerated something. It also said we had fresh water or something, right? Somewhere. Oh wow, this is heavily occupied already. Like, I guess we could do... do like here, because then we have some river, we have some mountain. I mean, even just a light mountain would be fine. Like up here. What is this? Glazeson's Dark Dwarven Pits. How was the Battle of the Flies? We lost like 6 dwarves and crippled a couple more, and we finally abandoned it. We could just embark right in the heart of this mountain. But there are no trees if we go there. So I like, I think this spot right here. Hey, bud. Boy, you want to come up? Because if I do this spot, we get a little valley with a river and some mountain to the right. Pretty straight river. Or we could go slightly more north, do it like right where the waterfall is. Shallow clay, a little soil. Even here, there's a little bit of elevation. All right, I think we're gonna settle on this, see what this looks like. Because if we do that, we have temperate, heavily forested, thick, wilderness surroundings. We have some clay, some soil, an aquifer, platinum, a flux stone layer, which I think you need to use to make anvils or something. There are hostile goblins a day's travel to the west. Probably these folks over here. Beach hates Dark Dwarven Fortress. The Murk of Requirements is the name of this area. It's a temperate freshwater swamp. Oh god, am I going to regret this? A heavy aquifer. Might be difficult to obtain stone here. Very difficult to obtain stone. Does it really make that much of a difference? Heavy aquifer. Maybe I should just settle for a light aquifer. Like up here. But there's no trees up here. Well, this looks kind of nice. Freshwater marsh, temperate woodland, moderate vegetation, wilderness. There's a brook. Light aquifer. Moderate steepness, which is fine. Do like this. Light aquifer. Water might need to be pumped out or carried away. And it's temperate. Temperate freshwater marsh. Let's see what that looks like. So I wish I could do an in-between of these. I wish I could prepare for the journey carefully, but set it to the defaults and then just tweak those defaults. Because if I hit prepare for journey carefully, it's just going to make everything 0, which I don't want. If I do play now, it sets all the defaults, but I can't tweak those defaults, I don't think. And if I remember correctly, there's no way to back out once you go into one of these either, which is horrible. There's profiles. I know that you can do that too. So let's see. We want at least 2 good miners. Weaponsmith and Mason. But then it's going to take forever when we're picking items to start with. We always want to start with an anvil. Some plump helmet spawns. See, I just, yeah. I guess it's not that many. Or are these the defaults, and then these are just things I can add more of? Oh, okay. So, like, I guess these are suggested things, right? Mason, carpenter, and blacksmith. And we're going to make a fisher dwarf. Carpenter, planter, and butcher. Isn't there like a military thing by default? Oh, it's under labors. Interesting. Operator, okay. So we are going to have 1 combat dwarf. Good with axes. Really good with axes. Competent fighter. Skilled axe dwarf. Isn't there like an armor user thing? Object user, discipline, not discipline. What does that mean? Competent fighter. Oh, here we go. Novice armor user. Oh, and then these would be here too. See, this is like could just take forever figuring out. Whereas the defaults just have these all sorted already, right? This is a new fortress, yeah, Mythos. And of course, I can't just go back. I can only return to title menu. Let's experiment. So I'm going to do the same thing now, but I'm just going to select the defaults, and I'm just going to inspect what their defaults include. Because if everyone's just a peasant and it's just all those default things that like prepare for the journey carefully said, then there's no reason not to just prepare carefully because you're only adding things that you bring with you. That makes sense. We'll pick the same embark site as last time. Should be pretty easy to find. Right here. So if I hit play now, on the other hand, let's see what it starts me with. And we can get our first look at the land that we picked. Pause. So they do start with some basic abilities, like we have a miner and a stone crafter, an expedition leader. As far as our other stocks, we have an anvil, silk shirts, wool shirts. It's not actually armor. It says armor, but some bags with plump helmet spawn, some barrels. Thing that bugs me is it doesn't start with any weapons, I don't think. No, man. So I had all these last time, I guess. Copper battle axe, war hammers, copper mace, copper pick. Armor. We already checked armor. I was wondering if I start with any shields. So yeah, I guess you do always start with some weapons. And some quivers. Ammunition. We don't start with any ammunition. Tools. We start with wheelbarrows. So I guess it's fine. The default is totally fine. The main thing is we would need to do different is we just have to start a get like a squad assigned like immediately, and by a squad maybe like 2 people out of my initial 7, right? What else do we have? We have a buffalo calf. Let's inspect pretty thoroughly here. Miner, woodworker, a mason, a stone crafter, a fisher dwarf, a planner, and the expedition leader. Have a couple dogs, a couple cats, a hunting dog. Assign this creature as a work animal for a specific citizen or resident. That's cool. Maybe I'll assign a hunter or something. Buffalo calf. We have a stray drake. Oh, it's a duck. I just thought it was like drake, like a dragon. A yak. Let's get the lay of the land too. So, a nice ridge here. And it drops off. A couple little ponds, but not much. And then a river, which is nice. A brook, specifically. Water. And a murky pool, which I don't know if I can use that for anything. The murky water. Stagnant water, 7 out of 7. But the brook is a source of fresh water. And it's late spring and it's not frozen, so that's a plus. Okay. Then, of course, we have the mountain here, which goes pretty steeply upward. I'm starting to wonder how much of a pain in the butt it is doing an area with a sheer cliff like this, just because you have to scroll constantly to get a sense of what's going on. Like, maybe I should just bite the bullet and pick a flatter area. I always like doing a mountainous area because then you can dig a tunnel straight into the side of the mountain rather than digging downward. But it seems like even the flat areas will probably have a couple layers, right? And here we are in this ridge. Some water. Oh, and that's the edge of the map. Just zoom out. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Could also build at the very top of this mountain right here. This hill. What is this? Loam. We have some loam. Whatever the hell loam is. I know it's like a type of soil, but I don't know much more. Okay. I guess this will do for the next fort. It's good soil. Sweet. I like good soil. So this will be our gang next time, I guess. Leeks, leek leaves, leek flowers. Let's save. Save and return to title. Oh, what's the name of our new fort? Does it say somewhere? Stocks? Spring. Shouldn't be this hard to find the name of my damn fort. I think it said it when we first embarked, and then I just, like, ignored it. Hogan Roof Lancer. It's a sweet name. The Vestibule of Jaws. That's not us. Oh, it's up here. I'm an idiot. It's Diptomes. Is the name of our new fort. Diptomes. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the short, fairly uneventful Dwarf Fortress stream. More of a setup stream than anything, setting up for our next go at survival. A lot of things we learned from living in the snowy land is not to embark in a snowy land. Have a good source of water. Set up some military right out of the gate. Set up a manager right out of the gate to make automation a bit easier. Build rooms, workshops, the dining hall, the still. Just build everything that we built last time, but get, like, actual things assigned a bit sooner. Alright. I'm going to head out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Sometime this week, I think maybe Thursday will be the next stream. I'm not positive. It'll be, when I do, it will be an afternoon, early evening afternoon stream. But, you know, as usual, keep an eye on the Twitter, keep an eye on the Discord. I'll let you know when it goes live. So have a good one, everyone. Have a great night. Take care. Bye.